It's Western Athletic Conference Volleyball here on ESPN+. We've got a great matchup of two teams, each coming off of their biggest wins of the year, and now a chance to start a winning streak. Southern Utah, the Thunderbirds, visiting the Abilene Christian Wildcats. Welcome to Moody Coliseum, Abilene Christian University. Andy Penny alongside the former Wildcat, London Gray. Yeah, these two teams, ACU and Southern Utah, big wins last weekend. ACU takes down UT Arlington. Southern Utah takes down California Baptist, and now London a chance to get right back in the middle of the conference standings.
Yes, two big wins this early in conference. They have a chance to capitalize on that tonight. Both teams want to win this game in order to carry that momentum throughout the rest of conference.
We've got offense aplenty tonight as we look at our impact players for these two teams. You'll see the top leader in kills for each team, Aubrey Beaver for ACU, Victoria Zabecki for Southern Utah.
Yeah, senior opposite Zabecki led in kills against their big win against Cal Baptist last week, and we expect her to see a lot of action tonight. For ACU, we have outside hitter junior Beaver, capable of making a big impact. We didn't see a ton of action from her against UTA, but we'll see if ACU can reintegrate her tonight.
This has been a fantastic series between these two teams over the history of the WAC, and with more on that, we send it courtside to the third member of our team. It's Ashley Henderson. Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Andy. Tonight we have a WAC rivalry between the ACU Wildcats and the Southern Utah Thunderbirds. The teams have met 4 times since their first matchup in 2022, with the all-time series record at 2-2. ACU won both of its games at home, as well as Southern Utah winning at home. But tonight, that narrative could change, with Southern Utah looking to get the upper hand this time around. Back to you.
Versus UT Arlington on Saturday. They did it in 4 sets, 25-17, 20-25, 25-16, and 25-17. That's the defending conference champions, the UT Arlington Lady Mavericks. Southern Utah, big win at home again versus California Baptist. They did it in 5, 25-13, 25-23. Had a 2-0 lead. California Baptist wins the next 2 at 25-23, 25-15. But then Southern Utah, the Thunderbirds, 15-10 in set 5 to get that win. It snapped a 5-game losing streak for the Thunderbirds. And again, a chance with a win tonight to get back even at 2-2 in conference play. Speaking of 2-2, Ashley told you this is the 5th meeting in series history. It is tied 2 games apiece. Each has defended the home court well, as all 4 have gone the way of the home team. And it's been a while since we've been at home, a 7-game road trip, but back in the friendly confines of Moody Coliseum tonight.
Back in Moody Coliseum, I'm sure it feels great to be a Wildcat tonight. Home sweet home, and the Thunderbirds have, again, kind of made an impact at home, and now they're going to see if they can do it on the road.
ACU in the home white jerseys tonight. Southern Utah, as you can see, will be in the road blacks. And get a look at the libero there, Aaliyah Jones in the white jersey, but rest of the Thunderbirds in the road blacks. Alexis Strong wears the libero jersey for the Wildcats, the black jersey along with the home whites for the rest of the Wildcats. ACU will serve to begin. Rachel Koss will do the honors, the 5'11 junior. And WAC play on a Thursday night is underway. Southern Utah will start with a tip. Zabecki. Chance for the Wildcat offense to attack. Near side, the first swing goes wide on the far side.
Some messiness to begin. Yeah, no shock there. First point of the game, and I think that Southern Utah wants to throw in more shots there rather than just tipping it around.
The attack here by Annalise Sevier. She'll get another chance. Far side. Great dig on the back row. Agbalut. And a kill for the Thunderbirds. First 2 points for the visitor.
Great dig there by Agbalut. Again, it's the beginning of the game. You're going to want to see what works. Throw around different shots. See what Southern Utah can pick up. And that was a great pickup there.
Victoria Zabecki, again, the leader in kills for Southern Utah, 132 total, 2.4 per set. This set too tight to the net. And another point here for Southern Utah.
Just some early messiness. I think both teams are going to try to catch a rhythm here, and if we're seeing some pressure from the service line, it's going to be hard to do that if you're a Wildcat.
So look at Addison MacArthur. As you can see, the 5'9 junior, the transfer from Salt Lake Community College. swing here into the block. The first kill goes the way of Hannah Gonzalez, and the first point for the home team.
Really nice, fast set there by Koss. Koss loves to give that gap set to Gonzalez when she's a little bit off the net. I'm sure that will not be the last time we see that play.
You mentioned Rachel Koss, the 5'11 junior, leads the WAC in assist. 594 collectively, just shy of 9 assists a set. She's the setter of the week in the WAC. She's won that award twice. 8.5 assists a set last week in the win versus UT Arlington. Block at the net, Wildcats attack. Quick set, but into the net. Attack error by Gonzalez.
It's like a little bit low on that set and a little bit too fast maybe, just not a great connection there. Another look at it.
And talk about the timing on this play. That's something you have to really be in sync with your setter. The timing just off.
Absolutely, especially when that setter's off the net, the timing just gets a little bit more tricky.
Deep serve into the near corner, played by Christian. Ashley Edmonston, her first swing tonight. And right back to the Thunderbirds, going to the far sideline. Amaya Tobias has her first kill.
It's a good high swing by Tobias. You can see she got some hops on that, getting up high on that ball. Kind of a miss hit, but able to go into that deep corner, and it worked out well.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. The 6'2 junior did not feel like she hit that well with the hand. Not much velocity, but the placement works. And a point, and now a service ace. As Aaliyah Jones has the first ace of the match.
That was a great serve by Jones. There was barely any spin on that ball, which means it is floating to that back line, dropping right in that seam. It's really hard to pass.
And a quick timeout here by ACU as Southern Utah has taken 6 of the first 7 points to get us started tonight. And they've got a 6-1 lead as we step aside. WAC volleyball on a Thursday. Southern Utah a hot start. They've got a 6-1 lead. Andy Penny alongside London Gray. London, let's take a look at tonight's keys to the match.
And for Southern Utah, we just want to have minimize attack errors. Let ACU make those mistakes. Then see some pressure from the service line. 11 aces against Cal Baptist that we just saw again. That's going to be big for them. For ACU, we have offensive distribution. They have a lot of offensive weapons. Spread that offense. Keep Southern Utah on their toes. And then let's dig it. We've seen some great defensive effort from the Wildcats this season, and they could really frustrate Southern Utah's offense.
Don't you love when the keys to the match play out as you're talking about them? Back-to-back service aces from Aaliyah Jones. She'll hit this one long, the service error, and the point for the Wildcats. Yeah, you mentioned the 11 service aces versus California Baptist. Did not hit it great versus CBU, only hit 174 on the attack percentage, but throw in 11 service aces, that'll help you in a 5-set win. Here's a passing error, a chance for ACU. On the backside, but a block at the net. Severe blocked at the net, and a point for SUU.
Yeah, great block there by Holger, just over the net, right in Severe's face. Had a great lineup on Severe's right shoulder. There wasn't much that Severe could do with that.
Holker with 17 blocks on the year, make that 18. And here's Swayze Mason, the 5'7 freshman, in to serve. Edmonston, her second swing tonight, tries to go near sideline, but hits it out. It's wide.
Looks like ACU's offense just can't really figure out what exactly they're trying to do or if they're going to make it work. I don't know if that's miscommunication on the set or what, but just having a hard time finding that rhythm.
Edmonston again, far side, tries to hit the near sideline again, but wide again. Back-to-back points.
That was a good error. You can see she was aiming for that deep corner or those high hands and just barely missed it, which usually would be fine, but when you're in this far of a rut, that one stings.
Try the middle this time. Blocked again. A block by Tobias. The visitors are on fire to get started. 11 of the first 13 for the Thunderbirds.
Yeah, I mean, they've come in with a lot of energy on the road here. This set is a little bit predictable. It's a perfect pass. You know it's going to go to the middle, and Tobias is all over it.
Her 47th block of the year, the middle block position. Takes some velocity off this one. Dug in the back row, but into the net. MacArthur able to pop it up, but into the net, and the point for the Wildcats.
Saw a little bit of a combo play there. Severe usually likes to stay on that right side pin, but again, we're just trying to figure out what's going to work against the Thunderbirds. So they run her in front, and it works. Maybe more of an error on Southern Utah than a kill for ACU.
As Becca Siedenberg, her first serve tonight, the 5'8" senior. Play off the scoreboard, tight set. Mason the back set. First swing tonight for Kachuk. As Ezgi Kachuk, the 5'11" senior, transfer from Coppin State. She has her first kill tonight.
It's a good swing there by Kachuk, aiming for those high hands, working that way around so that it deflects off of them. No one can get to that ball.
Amanda Mendoza the serve. Edmonston off the net this time, deflected. Quick set, Tobias, blocked, popped back up, nice play. Avery Thaler. Near side and a swing for Addison MacArthur and a kill.
Good little angle shot there by MacArthur. Again, it's just not seeming like ACU's offense can really generate anything right now, but Southern Utah just kind of seems to be in their element.
We've seen the depth of attack here for Southern Utah. We've already called multiple names with kills and a second ACU timeout here in the first set. Just a slow start for ACU. Just seem to be caught in the mud. Their passes have been a little off. They're out of system offensively and just have not generated much offense on the attack.
Yeah, it looks like they're out of sync a little bit. And like you said, Southern Utah is just distributing that ball all over. And it seems like they are finding a rhythm really quickly that's putting a lot of pressure on ACU.
Hi, my name is Brenda Ramirez, and
As here is a look at what these teams have been doing. Here's a look at Southern Utah's last 5 games. They've played well. They've played tough competition. You can see Utah Tech, who is the only undefeated team remaining in the conference. That's how they started conference play. Big win, though, versus California Baptist to snap that losing streak. The 5-set win versus CBU.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of 5-setters from Southern Utah. They are a team that likes to fight. They don't go down easy, or they can come and pull out a win at the very end. And I think that energy will just carry them through this match that they're already establishing early on here.
And 2 early timeouts again here for the Wildcats. At this point in the match, or in a set, you're down 10 rally points. What's the goal here? Really both teams, Southern Utah and ACU, down 10 per set.
For Southern Utah, it's just keep doing what you're doing. Again, distributing that ball on offense, and they're doing a great job on defense as well. And for ACU, it's just capitalizing on breaks like that we just saw. You can see a lot of substitutions going in. Again, just trying to figure out what would work, staying creative and moving that ball around, and then moving forward with what is working.
Out of that timeout, you can see Hadley Welch, the 6'4" freshman. She wears number 15. She's out of Lubbock, Texas. Her first action. Tip at the net. Thunderbirds a second opportunity, trying to keep it alive. It's outside the pole on the net. Back-to-back points for the Wildcats.
Yeah, good effort there by the Thunderbirds, but just a little bit out of the playing field. And again, 2 points there that ACU has a chance to hopefully kind of have a momentum shift and move forward with it.
There's Isabel Larson to serve, the 5'11" junior, San Jose, California. Home crowd trying to generate some energy here. Back set, nice block at the net. Second chance. Near side, MacArthur. And ACU will attack. Welch, her first swing, and a kill. Beautiful cross, near side to far corner. Hadley Welch has been a nice addition here to the Wildcats here in her freshman campaign.
She has. She brings height to the Wildcats, and I mean, able to just get up so high on that ball into that deep cross. It's exactly what you want to do.
She plays her 35th set at her 37th kill. Play at the net. And in the net were the Thunderbirds. And out of the timeout, that's now 4 in a row for ACU.
All it takes is one run to get back into the match. You can already feel that energy shift.
Larson, her 3rd season with the Wildcats. And a kill on the far side. Kachuk, another kill. Off the deflection, the back row of ACU, because of the deflection, was little out of position. Larson tried to play it over the head, could not quite keep it alive.
Yeah, that was a super smart play there by Kachuk. You can see how far off of the net she is. That's a really hard ball to deliver as a right side. The ball's coming across your left shoulder, stays off the net though, and uses that block brilliantly.
Tobias, her first serve, tied on the net. And Southern Utah able to get the point. Pass by the Wildcats a little too strong and allow the Thunderbirds to go on the attack.
Again, just a little bit messy. Those are the balls that you want to control and keep on your side of the net and get an easy kill off of it, but can't send it over and out of bounds.
Welch, her second swing, goes cross again. Mason the dig. Now MacArthur will kill.
Great swing there by MacArthur. Southern Utah is really using those seam plays so well. You can see both defenders for ACU diving into that ball and just going right in between them. Very beautifully done.
And the 5'9" junior from Colorado Springs, the transfer from Salt Lake Community College. MacArthur had a 16-kill match versus Texas Tech. Third service error here by Southern Utah here in this first set. Southern Utah, despite the 2-12 record, they have pushed 5 of their matches to 5 sets. They've been plenty competitive. Here's a nice jump serve with a lot of topspin and an ace. First Wildcat ace. Nicely done, Avery Thalen.
That was a nice ace there, a nice little hybrid serve. You don't see those often where it looks like you're doing a float serve, but it kind of has this side spin, top spin combination. It drops right in front of the passers.
The 5'10" sophomore, she was on the all-freshman team in the WAC a year ago. Quick set here, tight at the net. Alice Shire unable to get a good swing on it. They will get a second swing, far side, and the kill again, Kachuk.
That was a really smart play again by Kachuk, who is really using that tool so well. That was a great idea. That ball is tight. You have to swing powerfully, but you can't swing low or else you're going to get stuffed. So swinging high and hard, and that ball deflects.
Asaya Agbalut will serve, 5'11" junior. Transfer from Eastern Arizona. Tight set. Good dig here by Welch. Far side, Beaver a swing. Dug up back row. Our longest rally thus far, Beaver second swing. And now Zabecki finds room on the back line and a point for Southern Utah.
You can tell Southern Utah loves that right side swing. They keep wanting to feed it to the right side, whether it's Zabecki or Kachuk. And I mean, both are doing such a great job moving that ball around and using that block. And just, you feel like they can see everything on the court and they're executing.
ACU squeezed the lead down to 6, so the deficit down to 6, but it's back now here to 9 at 18-9. Quick set, tight on the net for Gonzalez. Beaver far side, blocked at the net. A touch by ACU and a point for Southern Utah. This time it's Alice Shire, Caitlin Alice Shire, the 6'1" junior.
Yeah, great job there by Alice Shire. Great timing there, both blockers up at the same time, able to squeeze that ball in, get the touch off of it. Ends up for a point for them.
Tough pass here, Welch tries to keep it alive, can't. That starts with the pressure at the service line, one of our keys. A bad pass leads to an easy point for Southern Utah.
And props to Southern Utah for applying that pressure. And ACU, you can see after that, they kind of held the huddle longer than they typically do, trying to talk for a second, take a deep breath, and hopefully move on to the next play.
Another tough pass. Welch will hit off the net, blocked again, but out on the near side. Point to the Wildcats. Again, it starts with a tough pass. ACU's just out of system, off their points, and Welch does get the kill there, but it's still 3-4 feet off the net when she gets the swing.
Yeah, very far off the net, and it's not like that kill you really feel super great after, because it's more of an error on Southern Utah, so it doesn't do a lot for momentum either.
It's a block for the Wildcats and a point. Hannah Gonzalez, Aubrey Beaver, both right there in position.
A great block there. I think it went off of Beaver's hand, who was lined up so well for that slide play. Just a really nice read on that setter.
The transfer from Cal State Fullerton. Her 17th block of the year. Near side, MacArthur. And out as the Wildcats touch. Wide on the far side.
Again, just these unforced errors. That is not a ball that you need to send to the sideline shallow. Throw that deeper, hit it back down. It's just the in-game decisions right now don't seem to be making a ton of sense.
MacArthur the serve. Back row, that's Ramirez. Quick set, shot in. Gonzalez the kill.
It's a great corner shot there. Just barely works it in. You can see how low this ball is, though. She's having to position her entire body sideways to kind of get that ball in that corner. So again, just that setter-hitter connection needing to improve.
Right at it, our line judge. It's Laura Cortazar on the back line. And now another ace for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's great serve there by Christian, who has consistently been a great server for the Wildcats and a really great short server.
Christian, the 5'9" junior, Kansas City, left-handed serve. Back set again, far side, another kill, Zabecki.
It's a beautiful swing by Zabecki. That block was lined up maybe a little bit inside, and she saw that window on that line seam, which we haven't seen her hit yet, but again, they're just moving that ball around.
Zabecki, a two-time national champion on the junior college level, Florida Southwestern State College. Back-to-back state champions. This is her second season now here at Southern Utah. Brennan Ramirez at the line, the libero, the transfer from Texas. She's been a great addition for this Wildcat program here in her first year. Two-time libero of the week in the WAC. She's third in the conference in digs. She'll serve here near sideline. Tobias keeps it alive. Chance to attack. Edmonston blocked at the net. They'll try again. Second block lands on the Southern Utah side, an ACU point.
It's a close one there by Southern Utah. They're in the right position, obviously, with that first block, and then just barely missing it on that second one. I think Edmonston's trying to go high hands, but the block's just too strong right now.
Ramirez deep serve this time. Swing by Holker. And another point for the Wildcats. Back within 6. Points are precious at this point with Southern Utah a 22-16 lead. This is the tightest ACU has been since Southern Utah built that 13-3 lead. Holker off the deflection. Great dig for the Wildcats. Can they keep it alive? Yes, they can. And another dig, back row Christian. Edmonston off the deflection. Great rally. Edmonston squares it up, kills it down. The WAC player of the week, Ashley Edmonston, another kill.
Wow, what a rally. I'm sure they were all exhausted out of that one. Great defensive effort on both sides, and what a beautiful line swing there by Edmonston. You could see that they were not ready for that on defense all the way up at the 10-foot line. Edmonston likes to go to that corner shot, but works in that line way to end the rally.
You could tell Southern Utah kind of tired of trying to jump and block, so Edmonston a clear lane and gets the point. Let's look at ACU and what they've done over the course of the last 5 games. Of course, we talked about a 7-game road trip that they have been on. Here's a look at what they've done. Great win versus UT Arlington. That's UT Arlington, the defending WAC champions, played in the NCAA tournament. ACU finishes their 7-game road trip on a high note. That's a tough place to win, and they did on Saturday.
That's a tough place to win, especially, again, being on the road for as long as they were. Just what a great exclamation point on that road trip that they're taking. And, again, just so much opportunity tonight to bring that energy onto their home court.
As they are back home tonight, they'll be back here on Saturday as the conference leader Utah Tech will be here. Southern Utah making a double stop in Texas. They will be at Tarleton State on Saturday. We are in set number 1, 22-17 lead. There's a look at Danielle Jensen, the head coach. You notice the neck brace. She recently had a neck surgery. She said she waited too long. She put off the surgery, and it just became a point where she couldn't put it off anymore. So recent neck surgery, where's the neck brace? Has her team playing well. There's a shot far sideline, stays wide. The attack error has ACU back within 4 here in the first set.
It's a rare miss there by Sebecki. Nice idea with that line shot. It was just pretty fast set that we haven't really seen, and maybe the timing was off.
Ramirez, another deep serve. Great play by the setter, Akbalut. Finds a hole in the ACU defense.
Super smart play there by Akbalut. Moving forward off the net, you don't expect the setter to dump in that play. You expect her to go to the outside hitter, and no one was ready. Also just great positioning right in front of that 10-foot line.
Thunderbirds within 2 points, taking set 1. Mason back in and serves. A swing for Severe. Takes some velocity off with a little top spin. And Severe has the point.
Smart play there by Severe, who loves to go up and swing powerfully, and I'm sure that scouting report says she's a big hitter. Rolls that ball in. You can see how deep they were in the court anticipating that deep ball.
Severe had a game earlier this year versus Northwestern State. 9 kills in 13 attempts. Hitting percentage of .692. The service error here for the Wildcats has Southern Utah at set point.
Yeah, you can't miss that serve if you're the Wildcats sending them to set point. You've got to get that serve in. Even if it's not your most difficult serve, you just can't give that point up.
It's Amanda Mendoza to do the honors. First set point of set 1. Back set. Going to the far sideline, and the point, Addison MacArthur. Southern Utah started hot, and they finished strong. They will take set number 1. It's SUU 25, ACU 19. The Thunderbirds a 1-set-to-none lead. Set 2 is on the other side. WAC play on a Thursday night. It's here on ESPN+. And 19. They've got a 1-set-to-0 lead. Andy Penny alongside London Gray. There's a look at Danielle Jensen again, the head coach for Southern Utah. Her first season with the Thunderbirds. Spent 10 seasons at Utah State University Eastern. Just shy of 200 wins, 3 NCAA junior college national tournaments. She took them last year with a record of 25-8, and you're starting to see a turning of the tide. It was a tough non-conference schedule. I think this Southern Utah team's starting to figure some things out, and they're playing really well here the last few matches.
Right, and you know, it takes time with a new coach and new players kind of coming together and making sense of themselves and figuring out their culture and figuring out what works. And so you expect that, especially with that new coach coming in.
Southern Utah hit 345 in that first set. 13 kills, only 3 attack errors for a 345 hitting percentage. ACU just at 031, had 8 kills, but also 7 attack errors. That really the difference there in the first set. And I thought the distribution of attack for Southern Utah was pretty impressive there first set.
It was not only distribution between players, but each player doing something different every single time they get that ball, moving that ball around, seeing a tight shot to a deep shot to a tip to a roll shot, and just really hard to defend again, and it's working. I mean, that is a crazy hit percentage there, especially considering what they're up against with ACU's not even hitting 100 right now.
Addison MacArthur with 5 kills. SG Kachuk had 3 kills. Hannah Gonzalez for ACU had 2 kills, as did Annalise Severe, Ashley Edmonston, and Hadley Welch. Thunderbirds will serve here to get set number 2 underway. It's a deep serve and out on the far side.
The right idea there by Akbalut. Again, it's a good error. I don't think that's going to shake anyone up too much, but you can see ACU trying to generate some energy. I'm sure that was something they said in between sets of we need to come out a new team right now.
If there's been a downside to Southern Utah, it has been the service error. That's their 5th of the match. ACU had 3 aces in the first set. As the first kill, Zabecki another kill. Her 4th of the match.
Little combo play there. We haven't seen her in the middle yet, but again, just showing the talent of these Southern Utah offensive players coming around in the front there, kind of catching the block off guard, and works out for them.
So served by MacArthur, played by Ramirez. Back set, but into the net. Hannah Gonzalez.
Again, just kind of a low set there, and I think Gonzalez really wants that kill. We haven't seen a ton of really hard shots from her, which you know she likes to hit. Just swinging to the top of that tape, though, isn't going to get them any points.
Edmonston will set up the offense. She'll get it back off the net. Now near side, Zabecki floats it down and falls in near side. Back-to-back points for Victoria Zabecki and the Thunderbird.
Smart shot there by Zabecki. That ball is really tight. You can't do a lot with it. You see Ramirez run up because she thinks she's going to tip it to the 10-foot line and instead throws it deep into kind of that middle part of the court where no one is.
Edmonston swing blocked but out near sideline. Okay, answer me this. Is it better for an attacker to wait for a set to come down or really have to be rushed to get a swing in? Is there better?
In terms of this timing of the set?
Yeah, timing.
Yeah, if you're early, typically, I would say late. Waiting for the set is probably the better option, typically.
It's a middle set, Thaler a swing. Combo blocked by the Wildcats. Quick set and a swing, it hits the back line. Alice Shire with the kill.
Good swing there by Alice Shire, who's up and hasn't gotten a ton of looks yet, but working her way into the stat sheet right now. And again, just looking at that variety that Southern Utah is showing on their offense, moving that ball around.
6'1" junior Caitlin Alice Shire from Aurora, Illinois. She had 7 kills versus UTA, 7 kills on 12 attempts. The serve here goes long. Jones.
Southern Utah doesn't have the room to make those errors right now early in the second set. We've seen a lot of great serves from them, but those aces don't matter if you are making just as many errors or more.
Becca Siedenberg and Hadley Welch rotate in. Siedenberg on the service line. Set is off here. Over the outstretched hand of Tobias. And the point will go the way of the Wildcats.
There's not much to say about that one.
Yeah.
It's kind of just had a funky set, funky miscommunication, just a little messy all around.
Back set this time blocked. It's Thaler with the block. Far side. Wildcats keep it alive. Holker far side, cross court, stays inside the line.
That sharp swing in that play is really impressive. Everyone was shifting onto the other side of the court where all that action was.
That's great vision.
That's that room there. So Ramirez is in that deep corner. See the frustration as she misses it.
The two teams go back and forth here in set 2. Southern Utah 25-19 set 1 victory. Welch from the middle hits it out far side. Actually, a violation, I believe, called though on Southern Utah to point the way of ACU.
All the Wildcats said that was in too. I think they're about to go for the challenge card if that didn't go their way, but good deep corner shot there by Welch.
Edmonston the serve. Far side, off the block. Tools the block well as Holker.
Again, that sharp angle, it's just, that's such a hard ball to defend, and it doesn't look like the Wildcats may be scouted for that. They don't really seem to be there to defend that ball, but that's an adjustment that they'll need to make, and great job by Holker executing it consistently.
Holker's had 10+ kills 4 times this year, a season high of 13. Another service error, another deep serve, long of the back line.
These serves don't look bad. They look like they would be good if they were just a little bit shorter, but again, that's just too many errors, and it's really hard to get yourself out of that rut mentally if you're the next server, and you're more likely to err if the person in front of you does.
Thaler the serve. Quick set blocked as Tobias a swing, and down on the Southern Utah side for a Wildcat point.
Yeah, that was a super quick set. Great job by the Wildcats being up on that, and Beaver was all the way over reading that, knowing that it was going to go to Tobias. See her helping on that block. It's a great read by Beaver.
ACU plays with the lead. They'll give it right back on the service error. 7 apiece here in set 2.
Again, these service errors we're just seeing more so for the Thunderbirds right now, but again, there's just not room to make those errors right now, especially on more unaggressive serves like that one.
It's Tobias the jump serve, and another service error. When you say just a few inches out, that was 3, 4, 5 feet out on that.
Yeah, again, I think another momentum factor is 2 serves might be missed, but if one's close and another is far out, that just takes another toll mentally on your team, and that was not a good one to add to their runs of misses right now.
Near side, Kachuk out, and a Wildcat point.
I've seen Kachuk doing a lot of great things in set 1. Looks like they actually might try to see if she did another great thing with a challenge there, but if this does go the Wildcats' way, that's really tough spot for Southern Utah to just have so many errors back to back to back.
And there is a challenge by Southern Utah, their first one tonight. Danielle Jensen will go ahead and make the challenge. Again, as we've talked about, these two teams both 1 and 2 in conference play. It's early. We play double round robin in the WAC, so 12 conference games, but Utah Tech is the only team that remains undefeated at 3-0. Tarleton State, Utah Valley at 2-1. So win by one of these teams tonight, Southern Utah and ACU. They're back to 500 with still plenty of matches to go and right in the mix of the WAC standings.
Yeah, and again, that's where you want to be at the beginning of conference. You're still kind of in that shifting period where you're moving from preseason to conference, and you're seeing the same team multiple times, and you are really starting to get to know who's on these teams and what they want to do. And so what kind of mark are you going to make early on, and what message are you going to send to the other teams?
Of course, the WAC tournament is here in Abilene this year, here at Moody Coliseum. In late November, we'll have all 7 of the WAC teams fighting for the final WAC tournament championship this year. Kind of sad to see the WAC go. These two teams will go different directions in different conferences, and we're going to take a look at that last play again, the play that is under challenge here, the swing by SG Kachuk. It's hard to tell from that vantage point, but the official's taking a second and a third look.
I don't have the best view from where we're sitting, but I was a little surprised that they went for that challenge. It didn't look like anyone on Southern Utah's side was kind of arguing for that point. Maybe they just wanted an extra time out there. I'm not real sure. And there's a little dance battle going on. I don't know if you can see it on your screens between the Thunderbirds and the Wildcats.
There's never a loss of entertainment in the gym between these two teams. A little dance off as the officials are doing a challenge. Ashley Edmonston with 3 kills tonight. Hadley Welch also with 3 kills. The original call will stand. The attack error on Kachuk, and the point to the Wildcats. It's the first time tonight ACU's led by multiple points with a 9-7 lead. As we get back to action, and they'll give it right back with another service error.
Again, not a bad looking serve there by Koss, but just ill-timed, especially coming out of that challenge, which is like coming out of a timeout where you kind of get freezed up. You want to come back in and catch that rhythm quickly.
It's the third service error tonight by ACU. Southern Utah with 8 service errors already. Agbalut to serve this time. Set near side, big swing and a kill, Severe.
Great swing there by Severe. Kind of an off pass there by Edmiston, but Severe is able to work that out of system ball, stay off the net, wait, see the blocker's hands in front of her, and make that really nice high angle swing.
Severe, the 5'10" sophomore out of Aubrey, Texas, just north of the DFW Metroplex. Serve. Took some velocity off this serve. Quick set, again, low set. And a violation on the Thunderbirds and a point for ACU. Very fortunate, again, another set that was lower than the net. Gonzalez just able to put it on the SUU side and get the violation.
Yeah, lucky break there, having that point go Wildcats' way. And yeah, like you said, that's just a really low set. I'm sure Gonzalez is demanding a little bit higher than that.
Here's Christian, leads the team in aces with 24. She's 6th in the WAC in that category. Back set this time, deflected, and another kill for Alishire.
Great swing there by Alishire, just barely gets the touch off of that block, but you could see the intentionality behind it, swinging that high line, trying to use Edmonston's hands. Works out well.
Stops a string of Wildcat points. Southern Utah back within 2. MacArthur the serve. Quick set again, Gonzalez dug up in the back row. That was Jones. But out long on the far line. Point here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, right idea there by Agbalut. Her feet are not set. She can't get around that ball to get a good set. Wants to send it to that deep corner, but just misses a little bit long.
It's like neither team is taking control of this set too, although an ace here on the pass error by Southern Utah. Ace for Ramirez.
That serve was a laser. No spin on that ball, floating right into the chest of Holker.
Try it again. Holker will pass this time. Quick set, blocked at the net. A swing and a kill. Great point, Avery Thaler. First the block, then the kill. Wildcats have extended their lead in the Southern Utah timeout.
Yeah, great job there by Thaler. First getting that block and then getting that swing. She's not the biggest middle, but she is just so athletic, and she does a great job reading that set.
Wildcats a 5-point lead here in set number 2 as we step aside. Good match taking place here in Abilene. ACU a 5-point lead here in set 2, trying to tie us up at 1 set apiece. The Thunderbirds took set 1 at 25-19. Andy Penny alongside London Gray. It's been Brennan Ramirez, the hot hand here at the service line. Tight pass, block at the net, Wildcats. Second chance to attack, great dig, Ramirez. And Edmonston blocked at the net. A second swing. Thunderbirds on the attack, off the block, the point, Holker the kill. One of our better rallies tonight. Holker will get the kill at the end of it.
That was a great rally. Yeah, great swings and great defense. Ramirez was all over every swing that they delivered, but the swinging line on that one to try to keep it away from ACU's libero.
Jones serve into the back row. Ramirez with the pass. Great bump set. Edmonston the kill. That's a point that's out of sequence immediately, but a great bump set. Ashley Edmondson the kill.
Yeah, wow, you don't expect a swing like that coming off of, like you said, that bump set. That's super tight ball, but able to just work it between the pin and that blocker's hand.
ACU, who hit 136, or is hitting 136 for the match, hitting 417 here in the second set. It's a kill here, Tobias.
Great swing by Tobias. Again, just can go to the pins, can go to the middle, and Southern Utah's going to be able to generate. We haven't seen a lot of swings from her, but that was just a perfect pass, and she's up and ready for it.
Again, ACU hit 0-31 in the first set. 8 kills, but 7 errors, 0-31. But now hitting 417, just 1 attack error here in set 2. Back set this time, Thaler. Jones tried to play it and couldn't. It's a point for ACU.
Again, just a really athletic play there by Thaler. That set was low, which we're seeing from both setters here to their middles, just kind of setting that ball low. It's really smart getting that deep corner shot. You can see she's just trying to work her way, making it work, and it does.
Now Edmonston the serve. 4th year in this Wildcat program. Ramirez a bump set, far side. Swing by Welch, kept alive. Thunderbirds in attack. This one long by Tobias, and a Wildcat point.
Again, just seeing kind of a shift here. Southern Utah was so low error that first set, but now, especially from the service line, but it's a couple attack errors as well is kind of digging them further into this hole.
Now Southern Utah, who hit 345 in that first set, is down at 200 here in the second. Point here for the Thunderbirds. Still a 5-point ACU lead. Mendoza, the 5'5" freshman, coming home of sorts for Mendoza. She's from El Paso. Still a good 6-hour drive here from Abilene. Big swing here, dug up nicely in the back row. Try it again, Beaver. Mason keeps it alive. 3rd time. Back set to Welch, lost her footing. And the point for Southern Utah.
Not real sure what happened there. Giving a thumbs up to the ref. That was a great play there. Your camera's on number 12, Mason. She had a great dig to keep that rally alive from the ground.
Officials checking there. I think Welch just slipped in her approach. The point here for the Thunderbirds. They just caught the toe on the, clipped the toe on the attack. Mendoza another serve. Welch again, far side, blocked this time. MacArthur and Tobias.
That was a big block. That ball was a little bit tight. Welch just sends it too low into their hands. They are sealed over that net completely. She had nowhere to go.
And now a timeout for the Wildcats. Back-to-back points here for Southern Utah. Tobias with 46 blocks coming in. As we look at the kill percentages here in the WAC, you see ACU second at kills per set. They've been really good offensively, 13.5%. That's a pretty high number here in the WAC.
That is a high number. And being number 2, that means a lot. We didn't really see that in that first set, but they're kind of starting to get back on that rhythm in the second one. But that's huge for Abilene Christian to be able to be that offensive. And again, like we've been saying, have so much depth, and they can go to anyone to be able to generate points.
Those numbers opposite in the first set. Southern Utah had 13 kills in the first set to ACU's 8, so just backwards. The tail of the tape why the Thunderbirds won set 1, but that has flipped here in this set. The Wildcats are now up to 15 total kills. Ashley Edmonston leads the way with 4. A duo of Thunderbirds with 5. Zabecki and MacArthur both with 5 kills thus far. This feels like a critical stretch here, the next 5-6 points. Still, even 31 points into this set, don't feel like either team has really taken control of this set yet.
Right, you've seen little glimpses of it here and there, but not really consistently. And yeah, like you're saying, right now Southern Utah could easily come back. It takes a quick run for them to take this set over. So again, still don't know whose game it is.
Back-to-back points by Mendoza. She's still on the service line. Set in the middle, Thaler deflected at the net. The dump. Siedenberg tried, now Tobias, far sideline. Back set to Beaver. Another great rally. Thaler. And far side, MacArthur. Blocked, kept alive. Whistle, and a violation here on Southern Utah, a double hit. A rally goes the way of ACU on the double.
Seen a lot of good rallies tonight. That was a really good rally there. An unfortunate end on that double, but I think a really nice idea there. Again, just trying to mix it up, give ACU's defense a different look. Just doesn't work out for them. And again, ACU gets a lucky break on a tough run.
Hard to see from our vantage point the double hit. The point for ACU. Larson the serve. Off the net, blocked though, and blocked out. And the point to MacArthur.
That ball was really far off the net, and it looked like Welch and Gonzalez were just a little bit early getting up on that block as it hits them on their way down, and it's really hard to get that ball back onto Southern Utah's side when you're coming down from the net.
It's Tobias here on the serve, the jump serve. Edmonston from the back row. Hits wide on the far sideline.
Looked kind of like an outside hitter hit that was trying to be hit from the back row. You just can't go that wide. You just don't have that much space to your right side. It's going to go out of bounds.
So attack errors now for both teams are starting to add up here in the set. Southern Utah with 5, ACU with 4. And now the pass error. And Southern Utah back within 1 here in set number 2.
This isn't the hardest serve that we've seen from the Thunderbirds, but it is a unique one, and I think it's just kind of hard to read. It's kind of a weird little spin on it and falls between Beaver and Edmonston, not able to deal with it.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there on the back row. Edmonston this time with the pass. Welch far side. Tight pass. Ramirez can't keep it alive. We're tied in set 2.
Yeah, Ramirez again a little bit shallow on that ball, just trying to get every inch out of her that she can to get that ball up, but ends up just being too tight of a play.
And another timeout here for ACU. Coach Ahlstrom. As ACU has had the lead the majority of this second set, but Southern Utah now has it back at even. Take a look at the WAC Diggs leaders here in the conference. ACU there in the middle at just shy of 13 per set. Southern Utah just shy of 11. Of course, Tarleton State there at the top. Utah Tech in third at 13.3, but still 3-0 in the conference. So.
Yeah, and we're not seeing this number from Southern Utah represented tonight. I feel like they've been getting a lot of great digs, a lot of great defensive effort. They're all over the court and really just high effort. They have this mentality, it seems, that we are not going to let a ball fall on our side without someone else on the ground with it.
Brennan Ramirez individually for ACU, she's third in the conference in digs, 275 on the year.
And that's not shocking at all. She has done a really great job establishing, again, just that defensive effort. And the libero is supposed to lead the culture of your defense, and you can tell that she leads by example, just making sure that she's making great reads, great moves. And like we saw in that last play, even though she didn't get the dig, she is doing everything that she can to work towards it every single time that ball goes into her area.
The critical window of the match here, 18 apiece, set 2. Southern Utah trying to get a 2-0 lead. ACU trying to even it up 1 set apiece. And now Tobias, the ace. So many of her serves have been long on the back line, but this one able to stay inside the black line for the service ace.
And that ball is just so high. You heard every Wildcat yell out because that's just where you're anticipating it to go. But again, just unique serve that just kind of falls at the last second.
That one with backspin on it, not topspin. A knuckleball this time, and Edmonston can't play it. Back-to-back service aces for Tobias.
It's just, you don't really know what to expect when the serve comes off of Tobias's hand as she dances there in celebration, and it's working for them.
And Tobias only one ace on the season coming into tonight. She's got back-to-back aces.
Wow.
Southern Utah now a 2-point lead. She'll try for three. This one is long. And a big smile on the face. I guess 2 for 3 is not bad.
It's not bad, and again, all you needed was that one run, and you were back in the game, not even back in the game, but taking the lead now.
Can the Wildcats respond? Rachel Koss, the WAC setter of the week this past week. She's the WAC setter of the week. Ashley Edmonston, the WAC player of the week. Swing on the far side, deflected at the net. The tip will give the point to Southern Utah, as MacArthur will get the kill off the touch.
Yeah, that was a great swing there by MacArthur. Again, just those high hands on the line. Didn't have to do much. Don't have to put a ton of power in it. Just have to hit it where it hits their hands and deflects, and then the defender just can't get there.
Asaya Agbalut here to serve. 5'11" junior setter. Into the middle, big swing, Beaver. Dug up but unable to be played by Southern Utah. That's the best swing of the night, Aubrey Beaver.
That was her best swing of the night. And again, that combo play that we haven't seen a lot, but that we're seeing a couple times tonight. Moving her into the middle, you can see she has no blocker up on her because they're expecting that ball to go to the slide. Really smart setter play there by Koss, giving it to that middle.
Her first kill tonight, Aubrey Beaver. Comes here late in the second set. It's Christian the serve, short serve. Far side, big swing, and another kill, MacArthur.
A big swing there by MacArthur, coming off of not a huge swing before, but still a kill, and then that time a big swing and a kill. Again, just a testament to how these offensive players for Southern Utah can just mix it up and make anything work.
Her 8th kill tonight, she hits at 636. 8 kills and 11 attempts. Another service error for the Thunderbirds. 10th service error.
Yeah, that's so much, and you would imagine that the score would be quite different than it is right now if it wasn't for all of those service errors. The game might already be over, and the Thunderbirds might have already had the second set, and you just can't make those service errors all throughout this set, but especially when the score's this tight here at the end.
Ramirez now to serve for the Wildcats. Quick set. Nice dig in the back row. Can the Wildcats play it? They will stay inside the pole. Holker this time, a swing and a kill.
A big swing there by Holker again into that seam that she's been working so well consistently, hitting it right in between two players, making them cross, and neither one of them able to get it into that deep corner.
The 5'11" freshman, Caitlin Holker. San Clemente, California. So you can see the kills here in the set. Southern Utah with 13, ACU with 8. Tight pass, Tobias takes advantage. It's set point for the Thunderbirds.
It was just such a funny play. Bumping off the top of Koss's head, a little mishandled pass there by Ramirez. Great serve there by Jones, setting Tobias up for that little swing.
Aaliyah Jones, the first set point here in set 2. And the bad pass by the Wildcats gives Southern Utah point number 25, and the Thunderbirds have taken each of the first 2 sets. Set 2 goes 25-21, and the Thunderbirds 2-0 lead. We step aside. WAC volleyball here in Abilene on ESPN+.
We sincerely appreciate your attendance today at Moody Coliseum. We look forward to seeing you back here this Saturday, October 11th. Here are our winners.
And back to Abilene. 2 sets are down. Each have gone the way of Southern Utah. Has had to come from behind there in set number 2, but we're able to do it. And you can see the discrepancy there in kills, 27-16.
Yeah, and just based off of this, you would think that the game would have been a little bit more of a gap between points there, but Southern Utah just working through those errors, especially behind the service line, but still generating a lot of points. The kill difference, you have a block difference, ace difference, dig difference. I mean, they are just firing on all cylinders and defeating ACU in every category.
Addison MacArthur leads the way with 8 kills. Zabecki has 5. Holker and Kachuk both with 4. Ashley Edmonston leads the way for ACU with only 4. And that really the tail of the tape. You can see it there on the screen. Southern Utah has taken each of the first 2 sets. Let's take a look at the WAC standings here 3 games in. We've talked about it a little. Utah Tech is the only team remaining at undefeated. A lot of parity in this conference 1 through 7 this year.
Yeah, again, this is why every game is going to matter so much, because those standings are just going to shift week by week and probably settle more towards the middle and end of conference. But right now, there's going to be so much movement, so you want to get these wins early.
2 sets down here in Abilene. We get ready for set number 3. Before we do that, let's go courtside. Let's check in with old Ashley Henderson courtside. Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Andy. 2 Wildcats have been standing out, which is no surprise as they received honors earlier this week. First, we have Rachel Koss, who received the WAC Setter of the Week for the 2nd time this season. And then we have Ashley Edmondson, who was named Player of the Week after a win at UT Arlington on Saturday. Both of these players have made an impact, and we'll continue to see how they help this team not only tonight, but throughout the season. Back to you.
Yeah, good stuff, Ashley. You can see there on the screen, Ashley Edmondson, as well as Rachel Koss, winning those WAC individual honors this past week. Southern Utah, their last game out versus California Baptist, won each of the first 2 sets, then tailed off in sets 3 and 4, allowed CBU to push it to a set 5 before before Southern Utah beat CBU in that 5th set at 15-10. Okay, if you're Coach Alstrup here, you're down 2 sets to 0, just had a break in the action. What's the conversation for the Wildcats here over the course of the last 5 minutes?
I think it's really just establishing that setter-hitter connection, because we're just not seeing a lot of offense there, especially with the middles. We want those middles to be involved. Thaler and Gonzalez haven't really made much of a mark this match, and that's a lot due to Koss and Siedenberg unable to deliver the sets to them that are hittable balls. They're having to throw it around or hitting it into the top of the tape. So I think getting those middles involved and establishing that setter-hitter connection with them.
In Edmonston with 4 kills, Gonzalez 3, Sevier 3, Welch with 3. 16 kills total for ACU, again compared to 27 for Southern Utah. And Addison MacArthur still hits it, 636. 8 kills and 11 attempts. Does have 1 error in there, but 636 the hitting percentage. As a team, the Thunderbirds hitting 286. The Wildcats at 088.
Rachel Koss starting us out at the service line.
ACU will serve here to start set 3. And Rachel Koss will do the honors. Tight set. Alice Shire unable to put any velocity on it. Wildcats, though, are in the net. Actually, a lift is called. And the first point to the visitors here in set 3.
Yeah, no surprise coming out of that transition between sets. They're going to try to give it to Gonzalez and establish that as a threat in this match. But again, just a low set and not really correct timing on Gonzalez's part.
Back set to Larson. And back to Holker near side. Larson a second swing. Great dig on the backside. Agbalut. What a passing error, and the point for the Wildcats.
Just a little bit of communication there by the Thunderbirds, and for the Wildcats, you're getting a different look there on that last one with Larson on the opposite and Sevier on the outside. Again, maybe just trying to mix things up and see what can work for them in this 3rd set.
Here's Larson. Back to Holker, blocked. They'll try the far side this time, and Zabecki blocked back on the SUU side. A point for ACU.
Great blocks there, and you know that the Thunderbirds want to use that block, which means you got to stay honest if you're the Wildcats, really working to press hard over that net. Good read there by Gonzalez, who's a little bit late, but still up and ready for it.
She and Beaver able to combo on the block. Larson the jump serve. Good pass this time to set up the quick and the kill, Alishire.
Great swing there by Alishire, who was coming in hot for that one, and just a great set right into her zone. You can see that's kind of what ACU wants to do, is just deliver it to where you are hitting at your peak jump, at your peak arm stretch, getting that ball straight down.
There's Jones, the transfer from Tennessee Tech. Serve goes long again, the 11th service error. If there's been a downside tonight, that's been it. 11 service errors.
Yeah, no doubt about that. It makes me think of the 11 aces that they had against CBU and how that narrative's just being rewritten, unfortunately.
They do have 6 aces tonight, but alongside 11 service errors. Here's the serve by Christian. Christian now wears the libero jersey. She and Ramirez changed jerseys here. Christian at the libero spot.
It's an interesting decision there. Christian does great defensively, just again trying to find a different look here.
Point for the Thunderbirds. We're even at 3 here in set 3. 25-19, 25-21. The first 2 sets the way of the Thunderbirds. Set on the outside, big swing, but out. Beaver the big swing.
It looked like the blockers weren't really anticipating that, so she had somewhat of an open net, if not entirely open.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Had a good visual this time. Yeah,
not a ball that you should be missing long there. That ball can go straight down.
Yeah, Mason was playing that far sideline, but pretty shallow. That back corner was open. Another swing, Beaver. Another kill that sails long. Back-to-back attack errors.
Koss wanting to give her a second chance there, so that's kind of demoralizing when your second chance is in an error as well. Koss has kind of a big burden of who she's going to set next.
Serve off the tape. Beaver blocked this time. Amaya Tobias playing big at the net. Another block.
That was a big block there. She is, you can see how over the net that she is. That ball just goes straight down. You can almost not see it, it was so quick.
Off the head of Thaler on the block. 3 consecutive for Southern Utah. By the near side, Severe, a tip, and a point for the Wildcats.
Oh, it's barely a touch. It's a little fingernail touch there, when that's the only difference. I didn't even really know which way that ball went until the ref called it.
And typically we can hear the sound here where we are. Didn't hear one, but did see a bend of the wrist. So tight pass. Another point for ACU.
Good serve there by Siedenberg, making sure that that receiver could not get that ball into a settable position. Try to do it again.
Serve again. Good pass this time. Back set Tobias. Wildcats play it. Beaver blocked again. She'll try second time. Blocked again, Tobias.
That is big. I mean, so much celebration there. Those are huge blocks by Tobias. Back to back on Beaver. Man, great read. Beaver's coming inside. That is an inside set, and Tobias makes sure that she doesn't give her any room into that cross court, getting over the net.
The 6'2" junior, Amaya Tobias from Las Vegas. Mendoza into the near corner. First time we've seen Courtney Church on the floor, the redshirt freshman. The outside hitter from Driftwood, Texas, has her first point.
Nice little tip there, and some frustration by Mason, who kind of laughs off. She got caught on her heels a little bit. Church probably going to work in some swings after that tip is established.
Church has 70 kills on the season. It's her 38th set to play.
Wow.
Great effort by the Thunderbirds. Can they keep it alive? It will fall short. The point for the Wildcats.
Super close call there with some really great effort. And when you're that far off the net, though, there's not much you can do. Good serve there by Strong, sending it deep.
And Coach Alstrup's gone deep into the bench now as Alexis Strong is in. So we're seeing Strong and Church for the first time. here in set 3. Even at 7. And MacArthur, another kill.
Of course you want to go to MacArthur right now, especially when that score gets a little bit tighter, because it's almost a guaranteed point for you.
Her 9th kill tonight, leads both teams in that category. Tobias to serve. 2 aces tonight. Service error this time into the net. Majority of the night the service errors have been long. This one into the net.
We haven't seen a ton into the net, and believe it or not, there's a better error to make out of the 2, because if you send it over the net and it's out of bounds, at least that gives the chance for them to maybe play it. But when it's in the net, the ball is dead with no chance for you. So another net.
And the Wildcats give it right back on the service error. Thaler
canceling out Tobias's, so it's almost like it didn't happen.
The substitutions. Akbalut rotates in. She's on the service line. 9-8 Southern Utah lead. The bad pass generates the point for Southern Utah.
Looked like some miscommunication, maybe. It looked like Ramirez was kind of going into Edmiston's zone there, but good job by Akbalut getting it into that seam.
Second serve, Edmiston, good pass this time, tight on the net. Church, a big swing, it's still alive. Great play by the Thunderbirds. Now Edmiston blocked, but out on the far side. I think we had our first kick to keep a point alive.
Yeah, I'm not real
Southern
sure.
Utah.
It looks like it might have been her thigh. I'm not real sure what happened, but
it was not the hand.
It wasn't the hand. I'm not real sure. So even though they lost the point, they're able to laugh about that one.
Koss back on the service line. Trying to even up on this point. MacArthur dug up, back row this time. Edmiston off the block. A whistle and a net violation.
What a dig there by Christian. That was a really tough swing by MacArthur, who has been generating so many points and has done so many good things, but Christian just reading her in the right position, getting that ball high so they can run the outside hitter.
Back even at 10. Second swing for MacArthur. Had to take some velocity off of that one. Quick set and a kill. Gonzalez. That's the most efficient, effective quick set we've seen all night.
It is, and it was a really great move there by Gonzalez, who has to go all the way from the outside into that gap. That is a far distance. She can't get off the net entirely, but just plants her feet and is up, which honestly is probably kind of helpful since the sets have been so low. She doesn't have to get up too high on it.
Cost the assist on that one. MacArthur another swing. Over to Edmiston off the block. Back set this time. Christian again. Tight on the net. MacArthur. Edmiston blocked. Another good rally, another quick set, great dig. Back row that time by Jones. The play continues. Edmiston blocked at the net. I'm not sure that ball would have gone over the net anyway, but blocked at the net nonetheless.
Another just long rally with some great defensive effort. Yeah, I think you're right. I think that would have been in the net regardless, but Zebecki was there. She would have blocked it if it had gone a little bit more over. So great defensive effort, both at the net and in the back row.
Maybe our longest point of the night, that last rally. Tied at 11 here in set 3. Edmiston again. Chance for Holker. And now Zebecki tries to place it in the back corner. Zebecki again across, cost the dig. Severe takes velocity off. And another great rally, back-to-back points, lengthy rallies. Thunderbirds again. Outside, Ramirez with a dig. Edmiston a swing, blocked at the net. Another block by Southern Utah at the net.
Quite the parallel from the play right before. Great block there by Zabecki. Again, just lined up perfectly. Timing is so well done, which is really hard to do when you're so tired in a rally, to make sure that you're staying disciplined on that timing. So great job by Zabecki on doing that.
She and Alishai are both there with the block. Go outside this time, right down the line. A great swing, Severe. Her best kill of the night.
Big swing there by Severe. Zabecki kind of misses that block, maybe still recovering from the rally before. And great opening given to Severe that she reads so well.
And one a few times, AC's gone right down the line. Severe saw the opening, able to get the kill. Her 5th tonight. Tied at 12 here in set 3. Edmonston to serve. Severe again. And now Holker. Zabecki. Tip at the line. No tip called. Out. Might see a challenge here. Southern Utah thought a tip at the net. The point was called long. The attack was called long for an ACU point, but Southern Utah will challenge a tip at the net.
Yeah, and at the very least, regardless of where this point goes, I think both teams could use a little breather here.
Yeah, that's 3 consecutive points.
Yes, I think this will be beneficial regardless of who gets the point. See some water being passed around. I mean, wow, so much effort. Great job on them for staying in it.
Yeah, 3 consecutive points. I think we've had rallies of, what, 10 to 15 hits apiece in each of the last 3 rallies.
Yeah, very impressive, which happening here in the 3rd set, you can tell that both teams just really want to either close it out if you're Southern Utah or keep it going if you're the Wildcats.
So let's take a look at this replay again. Well, it's so hard to see. As both Gonzalez and Strong were at the net. Zabecki's attack sails long. Again, under challenge here. This is the 2nd point that's been under review, both of challenges of Southern Utah. Try to take another look. High angle, boy, just so hard to tell. I don't know if anything's going to be able to overturn this. Another look. The reaction of Gonzalez and Strong didn't indicate that they had tipped it either.
But the reaction of Southern Utah makes it seem like they saw something, you know, so yeah, I don't know. I think if there was a touch on it, it would have been off of Strong just by the trajectory of that ball. But I mean, yeah, they sold it really well if they did touch it. I mean, it's just going to be hard to tell, which the refs have a different angle than we do. So hopefully getting a good look at it and taking their time doing so, because like you said, it is just such a close call.
Trailblazers with only 2 kills thus far here in set 3. 2 kills and 22 attempts here in the 2nd set. ACU has 6 kills and 27 attempts, but also 8 attack errors. The call will stand. It's confirmed in favor of ACU. And again, another look here. Just so difficult to tell if there was a touch. The Wildcats the beneficiary. 1 point lead here at 13-12. Zabecki, another swing, dug up nicely in the back row. Now Severe on the attack, hits it long. Severe asking for a touch at the net.
I think it's almost habitual to just come off of the net and throw your hands up into a touch because you just want that call, you want that kill in the stat book. Nice set there by Gonzalez, a little speedy out of her hands.
Severe tried to go down the line near side. She's effective on down the line far side just a few points ago. Strong a swing, a tip at the net, and a point, the kill for Alexa Strong.
There's that touch that they were looking for on the play before. And again, yeah, we haven't seen a lot of line shots, but it has worked in this set. And again, going high line to get that tool off the block.
Strong, the 6'1" junior from Louisville, her 3rd season here with the Wildcats. Tobias in the middle.
Oh, wow.
Good joust at the net. Great play, Avery Thaler, and a point for ACU.
It's almost as if Tobias out-jumped that one, and Thaler was low and over the net and was able to win that little joust.
15-13 with the Avery Thaler play. Wildcats a 2-point lead. Southern Utah a 2-set lead. WAC volleyball here in Abilene on ESPN+. (15-13) Wildcats here in set 3. Abby Christian still in that service line. 5'9" junior, the left-hander. Deep serve, good pass. Go to the outside, Holker. Holker made the pass. As soon as she made the pass, she was calling for it.
Yeah, that is an elite move there, being able to make that move from the pass to get deep and ready to move forward. That's a good little change of motion there. It's a great swing on it.
Tools the block for her 5th kill tonight. Let's get a look at Swayze Mason, the 5'7" freshman. Pass off the scoreboard, and the error will give a point here to the Thunderbirds.
Actually might have helped ACU out a little bit. That ball might have gone over the net if the scoreboard wasn't there, but just not able to get a second touch on it.
Mason into the middle back. Christian the pass. Severe big swing, dug up. Jones too deep. The Wildcats a chance to attack again. Strong far side. Off the touch and a Wildcat point.
That line shot is working really well for Strong, and we've already said it before, but Southern Utah hasn't seen a lot of that tonight. They've been digging the cross-court ball so well, but not able to figure that line shot out yet.
Strong and Church have been a little boost of energy here in set 3. And the Wildcats up by a point here in set 3. It's Becca Siedenberg, 5'8" senior. The transfer from Gardner-Webb, Becca Siedenberg. Set in the middle, Kachuk. Out of position, Tobias able to get one swing. Now a swing, and Holker another kill.
A good swing there by Holker, but that block was just a little bit off the net. You saw some frustration there by Thaler as she comes down. Ball goes in between her and the net. That just means that you're just not in the best position sealing over the net, but she knew it the second that she landed.
As we are tied at 16. There's a look at kills here in set 3. Just the 4th kill for Southern Utah out of 16 points here in the set. But we are even, 16 points in. Strong, too strong this time. It's long on the back line.
It's hard not to say that when Strong's up there, right? Just too strong for Strong, but yeah, that line shot wasn't really available to her with that set, and that cross court just goes too long.
And an ACU timeout as Southern Utah has taken the lead back here at 17-16. So take a look at the Thunderbirds' upcoming schedule. Again, this is the first of 2 games in Texas. They'll make the hour-and-a-half bus ride over to Stephenville. They take on Tarleton State on Saturday. Then home games, Utah Valley and right back against ACU. When you only have 7 teams in the conference, double round robin, it doesn't take long in between games. Just 16 games between playing today and playing next time. The scouting report doesn't even get dusty when you play twice that fast, you know it?
Yeah, you can just recycle it and use what you did before. No, yeah, this is such an interesting schedule. You have Abilene Christian sandwiched between Utah Valley, again, just back to back to back. And it's really hard to, one, beat the same team twice, especially play the same team twice, so close to one another. So this game means even more, I think, with this in the future for them.
And even with the double round robin and then the conference tournament, these teams, some of these teams will see each other 3 times over the course of the next 6-7 weeks. Of course, no Grand Canyon, no Seattle U in the WAC this year, so just the 17 conference, so double round robin for the 7 teams, a 12-game schedule. So the Thunderbirds will serve out of the timeout. Amanda Mendoza to do the honors. Getting the freshman out of El Paso. El Paso High. Shout out to the Tigers out in El Paso. Church in the middle. Tried to take some velocity off. Did not quite get it over the net. And the attack here, another point for Southern Utah.
Good little read there by Tobias. Just coming down off of that block, but able to just seal at the last second, make sure that it ends on their side of the net.
Rachel Koss substitutes back in here for ACU. Another serve, clips the top of the net. Back set, and the kill for Thaler.
Great swing by Thaler. That was just a really textbook play there. Great set and great movement there on the slide, which Thaler usually likes to hit in front of Koss, but moving behind. It's a really great high swing.
Get another look at it opposite angle. Ramirez the serve. Pass is too long and an easy kill shot, Avery Thaler. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. Ramirez, beautiful serve, which she's been so consistently delivering this serve where it's just a deep float. And then Thaler up and aggressive with it, not tipping it over, throwing it around, but wanting that big swing.
You can see the eyes get really big on that front row by Thaler. For Southern Utah out of position, that's an easy kill. Chance for 3 consecutive. Edmonston takes the velocity off and finds a hole. Everybody for Southern Utah was on their heels. Nobody able to move. Great play by Edmonston.
Great shot by Edmonston, but again, just everyone kind of looking to everyone else for that play. That's a huge momentum killer, especially for Southern Utah, who's been all over the floor on all of these plays. Got to respond to that quickly. 2-point
deficits turned into a 1-point lead. Back set, great dig by the Wildcats. Edmonston, another point. That's 4 in a row for the home team.
Wow, what a dig by Christian. That was not an easy swing to dig coming line. That ball is coming straight at you. There's not much time to react, and gets that ball up and playable. Great job by Christian.
4 points in a row for ACU and a Southern Utah timeout by Danielle Jensen. We saw Southern Utah's upcoming schedule. ACU's is very similar. I bet Southern Utah is going to be on it. Yes, they are. Check that out. Another home game with Utah Tech, who will be here on Saturday, followed by a 3rd straight home game. Tarleton State will be here next Friday, the 18th. Then the Utah trip, Utah Tech and Southern Utah, October 23rd and 29th. Non-conference game at North Texas there at the end of the month on the 29th. But again, we talked about, see Utah Tech on the schedule twice over the course of, the next 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So get used to seeing the same opponents over the course of the next 2 months.
Right, and Utah Tech so back-to-back to one another is really tough with Tarleton State in the middle there. I mean, those are 3 big games to go up against those opponents before seeing Southern Utah again. So again, just you want to get the win now before you're doing all of those tough competitive game plays, especially when you're on your own home court.
Wildcats are 2-3 here on the home court thus far. Southern Utah has yet to win on the road this year. They're 0-4 in traditional road games. They have a win and a neutral site victory in a tournament earlier this year. 4 points in a row for ACU. So Ramirez continues to serve. Southern Utah will go back to MacArthur. The shot hits the pole on the net near side. That's out. And a 5th consecutive point for the Wildcats.
Yeah, MacArthur just trying to do anything that you can with that ball, and that ball following a ball where everyone's just looking at each other on defense just is not good for their momentum.
And now an error on the pass by Mendoza. Brennan Ramirez stays hot at the service line. And now the Wildcats just 3 points away from taking set 3.
Yeah, if I'm ACU, I want Ramirez back there. She is going to be super smart under pressure. Is pushing this run forward.
Serve to Mendoza again. Block at the net. 2nd chance for the Thunderbirds. Tobias, big swing. tip by Ramirez, the kill that stops the streak of 6 consecutive.
Yeah, great swing by Tobias and great play running right behind the head of Mason instead of in front. Again, just giving the blockers a little bit of a different look, opening up more room for her to swing where she wants.
It's Tobias again, long on the serve. Service error 13. And ACU at this point, they'll play point for point with a 4-point lead.
Again, just ill-timed service error. You can't error throughout the whole set, and then especially not error at the end.
Baylor the serve. Outside. And the point is long. Kachuk. It's set point for ACU here in set 3.
Baylor and the Cats serving for set point.
Trailed 18-16. Scored 8 of the last 9. Set in the middle, Alishire, it's out. ACU has taken set 3 at 25-19. They're right back in it. Southern Utah leads 2 sets to 1. A 9-1 run to finish set 3. We'll have set 4 on the other side here on ESPN+.
Students in attendance at today's match, make sure you scan the QR code on the video board using the Suu Vs app or your
ACU takes set 3, 25-19. We'll move to set 4, Southern Utah, a 2-1 lead. There's been the offense tonight for these two teams. It's Addison MacArthur and the reigning WAC Player of the Week, and Ashley Edmonston leading the way in kills.
Yeah, I mean, these kills numbers are not too far apart with just 1 in between them, but the kicker there, just that hit percentage. You have MacArthur hitting over 300, which is a great number for an outside hitter. Then you have Edmonston at 125. That means that Edmonston is just making more errors, and MacArthur's playing really clean, and errors have really been the difference of this match. And didn't see a lot from MacArthur that last set, as there was not a lot of offense from the Thunderbirds, but still working on a great foundation from sets 1 and 2.
ACU there in set 3 had 13 kills. That's right on their kills per set average. 13 kills. Still had 11 attack errors in that set. Only hit 051. They hit 073 thus far for the match. Southern Utah currently sits at 184. The Thunderbirds last week, their win versus California Baptist, they won in 5. They won the first 2 sets, then dropped the second 2 sets. So it seems to be a theme here for Southern Utah over the last week of action.
I'm sure they would rather close it out with this one, but if it does go to a 5th, they know that they're capable of winning that. And it's hard to win the 5th set after you've lost sets 3 and 4, so props to them against the Lancers.
Agbalut to serve point number 1 here in set number 4. First swing will come near side, cross court, Annalise Severe. That's a nice start for set 4.
What a great swing, Severe, who is just such an impressive player. So athletic. That ball is off the net, but still goes in so powerfully and gets that swing into the deep corner, which is so hard to defend, especially on those out-of-system balls.
Ramirez to serve here. Again, ACU won 9 of the last 11 points there in set 3. It was Ramirez at the service line who did most of the damage. She's got a point here. And an ace for Ramirez. It's a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, again, Ramirez just has such a consistent serve. The ball looks the same almost every single time, and she just has so much control on that serve that really puts a lot of pressure on those passers.
Her 3rd ace tonight. ACU as a team has 7. Serve deep, inside the line. It's back-to-back aces.
That was a great serve, and you can see this happen sometimes with balls that have no spin on it. It kind of floated up a little bit. I don't know if you could tell from your camera angle, but that ball went up before it went down, which is just so hard to read. You're expecting it to go out of bounds, but then it drops.
She'll serve deep again. Tough pass. Holker does set up, and a big kill shot for MacArthur, her 10th of the night.
Yeah, great swing by MacArthur. Again, who do you want to go to in these times? You want to go to MacArthur, who's going to be able to do something for you.
right in front of the official. Yeah, if it bounces before it hits the line judge, it's in. Set in the middle. Play at the net, Edmonston. Dug up by Jones. Outside Severe, tight on the net. Tools the block for the point.
Such a smart play there by Severe. That ball is super high, super tight, inside. That is basically everywhere you don't want it to be. Just able to go up and throw that ball off of their hands to force it out of bounds.
Yeah, that's decision making in the air. She has to get up and have court vision while in the air and then make a decision. She made the right one there. It's a back set, and off the deflection, Zabecki has a point.
You hate it when the Pins pick on the middle, the middle blocker that's in the back row off of their serve, but smart play.
Zabecki with 5 kills tonight. Holker has 6. Edmonston 8 kills. Severe now with 7. Lead the way for the Wildcats. Ramirez will set up the offense. Edmonston on the outside, blocked. Thunderbirds a chance. Nice dig, Christian again, back row. And Severe off the block, gets the point.
Again, Severe's just so great at these decisions that she's making. She sped up her approach, realizing that that ball was more far ahead of her than she anticipated. Kind of jumping forward into a long jump, which forces that ball down the front of those blockers.
5-2 Wildcats here in set 4. Served by Larson. Outside, Christian another dig. Second chance for the Thunderbirds. Tobias in the middle. Goes far sideline, gets the point.
I think it was pretty obvious that that ball was going to go to Tobias with that perfect of a pass, and she was up and ready, and Gonzalez read it. Just Tobias, again, is getting so high up, has such a vertical reach, and able to turn that ball back to the setter.
5 kills, 5 blocks now for Tobias. 8 blocks tonight for Southern Utah. Tobias has 5 of the 8. It's Mason to serve. Costa Edmonston off the block. There's a point for ACU.
Now that high line shot working for Edmonston now, that high line tool. Now you have Strong coming back in, who might give them a very similar look on her swings.
Tool was Strong was a spark plug in the 3rd set. First action here in set 4. Back set on the slide, Tobias.
Not real sure if that was meant to happen, but you'll take what you can get, getting that swing kind of trickling weird off the net there into that really sharp shot.
6-4 Wildcats. Here's Mendoza to serve again. Cost back set. Beautiful back set kill for Gonzalez.
That's definitely the best connection that they have had all night. Really great timing, really great set, great pass to start it off, and you could see that Southern Utah was just on their heels, not really expecting it. ACU will want to keep seeing if they can work behind Cost to get Gonzalez involved.
That's the widest piece of real estate I think ACU attackers have had all night. Nobody in that near corner. Mason sets up MacArthur, a second chance tight on the net. Strong blocked at the net again. Hustle play all the way around, but out of position. Strong tight on the net, and Tobias a block.
Yeah, not much you can do with that, especially when Tobias is on the other side. Again, just over into Strong's face.
It's Tobias again now at the service line. Flips the top of the net. Great play, Cost. Thaler keeps it alive as it clips the top of the net. Cost on the dump gets the point.
Yeah, super smart play there again off the net. That was really low, barely makes it over the net. It's just such a fast play with Thaler delivering that super short pass, then the really quick dump. Really smart play.
MacArthur out near sideline.
Good read there by Christian MacArthur. And really a lot of players for the Thunderbirds have been able to get that sharp angle shot inbounds, and Christian makes sure that she's on the ground before deciding whether or not she's going to let it go.
Since MacArthur blocked at the net. Second chance near side blocked, but out. Kachuk with the kill.
Looked like kind of just an unlucky block there by Strong, but she was the only one up. Just a messy play, and Thunderbirds able to make something of it.
So 9-6 here, ACU. Other than the first set, Southern Utah jumped out 13-3 in that first set. Other than that, we've played pretty tight within 2-3 points of each other the entire second and third sets. We do that here in set 4. As this one hit long by Zabecki.
And it really does seem like a completely different match than from what we were seeing in that first set. I think mostly just from Southern Utah's offense. They were just so on fire that first set, and now it's been a little bit less consistent. Seeing there with Zabecki, who is doing some great things and not making much of an impact the past 2 sets.
Here's Ramirez. She's been effective at the service line. Cost in the middle and a big swing. Severe put it on the board.
That is a big swing. I'm speechless. I don't have anything to say. That was just such a big swing. And again, that high middle ball is just working really well, and only have one blocker up on Southern Utah's side and just so much real estate, like you were saying, into that deep corner there.
As Severe has the point, the Wildcats a 5-point lead here in set 4, trying to tie it up. Best of 5 tonight. (11-6) Wildcats, a Southern Utah timeout. Again, this is a mirror image for Southern Utah of what they did versus California Baptist on Saturday. And Coach Jensen talked about that. She just said, hey, we had everything clicking in the first 2 sets. We were moving well defensively, and then we got sluggish. It's almost like the same script here in Abilene tonight after winning the first 2 sets. ACU a step quicker in set 3, and now here in set 4. So they've got a 5-point lead. They're on the attack. Set in the middle, dugout. Joust at the net. And a swing, and Wildcats were in the net.
Good high line seam swing there, and Ramirez, great defensive effort there, trying to get to that ball, but just barely misses it. But a really nice shot there by the Thunderbirds.
As Coach Alstrup having a conversation here with the official far side. Not sure what that conversation was about.
Not sure either, yeah.
So the net violation gives the point here to Southern Utah. MacArthur the serve. Ramirez, nice pass. Edmondson off the net. Dug out by Jones. And at the net, point for the Wildcats. A lift on Southern Utah.
Yeah, that's not a hard ball to dig. It basically went right into Jones's lap there, but kind of forces it forward, just looking a little more tense than she needs to be on a play like that.
Staylor the jump serve. And 4 hits on the Wildcats. Out of rotation after Alishire on the quick set. On the attack, ACU dug it out, but out of sequence, out of position.
Yeah, and that ball there, Koss needs to better that ball, get that ball high instead of sending it short and fast into the net, where someone else can't really do anything with it. You got to better that ball, get that high, and at least let someone just free ball it over.
And the service ace, Jones, the beneficiary of a serve that clips the top of the net and falls straight over the top.
You know,
nothing you can do about that one.
Yeah, I've never seen anyone be able to control that and do that intentionally. So you just take it as you can get it. But maybe, hey, maybe that is something that they have practiced. I'm not sure.
Thank you very much. Service ace number 8. In the middle, Severe. Blocked again, Tobias. It's probably her easiest of her blocks tonight.
Yeah, just kind of weird timing there by Severe. Looks like she was coming down, and then ball was tipped low into the hands of Tobias, who you cannot tip low into her hands. She is so high over that net.
Block number 7 now for Tobias. Edmonston tight on the net. Traffic, and Edmonston a swing. A tip at the net. It's a point for ACU. Fortunate there, it was a collision with Cawson. One of the attackers trying to get in position, but Edmonston able to work it off the block, get the point.
Yeah, and Koss able to still deliver that out-of-system set, which didn't look like she was going to for a second there. And Edmonston, again, just that really impressive high-line tool shot there. Gets her another point.
ACU maintains multiple point lead. Zabecki near side, blocked at the net. Point for the Wildcats. Combo of Gonzalez and Edmonston.
That was another one of those balls where it looked like it might have been in the net or just barely blocked, just hit so low, and you just can't hit low, especially when you have a block established that Edmonston has.
Yeah, I think that hit the top of the net without the block. Would have been a Wildcat point. Outside, nice dig again, Christian. The attack by Holker. Edmonston's been active, she's got another point.
Great dig there by Christian, who's just doing so well in this libero position. Great swing there by Edmonston, but again, just kind of some weird movement there by the libero. This is not the hardest ball to dig, but just kind of stuck in the mud a little bit, not making that move until it's too late.
The 11th kill for Ashley tonight. Again, the WAC Player of the Week this past week. Quick set. Jones digs it, but again, tight on the net, and the Wildcats take advantage.
A little punch there at the net. More of a beach volleyball move there, but works out. Yeah, that ball is just dug, rocket to the net. Good job on Gonzalez of being ready for it.
This is the largest lead of the night for ACU at any point. 16-10 lead. Quick set, Tobias blocked. Hannah Gonzalez. Hannah and the Wildcats are rolling now here in set 4.
A bit of a mishandling there by Tobias, but a great job on Gonzalez of being ready. She was up and over on that ball. That was a really fast ball, and she was basically in sync with Tobias's movements there.
Larson stays active. Tobias dug this time by Larson. Gonzalez tried to play it over and played it right into the net.
Yeah, looks like a little bit of a late decision there. Her hands were up to set it, and then just last second thought, maybe I'll get a point, and kind of grins as she comes away from it, realizing maybe she should have just stuck to.
Well, you don't find your middle block. You don't find your middle blocker in position to set very often, and decided against it. Puts that one into the webbing. She'll swing this time. Off the block, off the pole. It's a Wildcat point.
Great set there by Goss. Great delivery, just exactly where it needs to be, right in Gonzalez's wheelhouse. And again, we're seeing behind Goss's head working better for that setter-hitter connection. Gonzalez has something to celebrate.
Goss with 21 assists now. And the leader in the WAC in assists.
Rotation
a little bit of a rotation issue. As soon as Gonzalez had that kill, she ran off in substitution.
Which, I mean, there are so many players, like you said, deep on the bench coming in that rotations are going to look a little bit different. Maybe they just can't really figure out where they are in the lineup, but looks like they got it figured out now.
Yeah, Gonzalez checked out, came back in, checked out again, came back in again. I think we're ready for play.
Serve the Wildcats.
There's the senior Edmonston with the serve. Tough pass, out of sequence. Chance for the Wildcats. Strong, nice dig backside by MacArthur. Another dig on the other side. Christian, strong again. Off the block. Point, Wildcats.
Great shot there by Strong, and great dig again by Christian, who was just keeping that ball alive and really giving ACU a lot of opportunities to be able to get a swing off of a really hard swing by the Thunderbirds.
19-11 and a timeout by Southern Utah. While we have the timeout, we're going to send it courtside to Ashley Henderson. Hey, Ashley.
So multiple Wildcats are currently finding themselves in the program's Division I record books. First, we have Hannah Gonzalez, who is the second most solo blocks, just shy of first place. Then moving on to Ashley Edmondson, who we talked about earlier, sits at 6th place in attack attempts. Then Abby Christian service aces ranks 4th as she's 9 away from that 3rd place spot. And finally, Rachel Koss has the 5th most assists, a little over 1,000 short of matching Madeline Guffey. These are some of the key players showing the depth on this roster. Back to you.
Yeah, no doubt. They've been adding to all of those stats as well. 21 assists for Koss, 30 attack attempts for Edmonston tonight. Ashley's been around this program for a long time. That's one that, if I remember right, still in the roster that you played with back in the day. Is that right?
The only one left. She was a freshman, I think, my last year. Or did I have 2 years with her? Goodness, I can't even remember. It feels so long ago now. But yeah, I'm just so glad to see her continue to make an impact on this team, and dealing with a knee injury, I believe, earlier this season, and just being able to see her continue to come back and with a huge game against UTA, and out here tonight, again, just such a leader out there.
And now 6 points away from evening this best of 5 up, 2 sets apiece. What was that conversation there for Coach Alstrip and the Wildcats to try to finish out set 4?
I mean, with this lead, you just want to keep doing what you have been doing. You're forcing Southern Utah to make the errors. Just keep playing clean and playing aggressive, and it starts behind the service line.
Edmonston, again, the senior at that service line. Tight set, nothing that the Thunderbirds can do with it. ACU in full control now, a 9-point lead.
Yeah, great serve there by Edmonston, coming out of a timeout, which you would expect from a senior experienced player like her, not able to get freezed by Southern Utah.
This serve will go into the net and a side out. But again, as you said, rally point format. Trading point for point, not too bad with an 8-point lead.
Yeah, you have room to make those errors. Of course you don't want to, and you don't want to allow the Thunderbirds to get a run here, but an error on ACU's side just feels a little bit different than an error on the Thunderbird side.
Big swing this time, Gonzalez. And another kill. Her 8th tonight. Go along with 3 blocks.
What a swing. There was so much power in that, just crunching her whole body into it. Gives Koss a big hug. That slide play is just working really well for them in this set.
And when she gets full extension on the arm, yeah, you're right. There's some massive velocity behind it. MacArthur's been quiet here in set 4. She'll get the kill here. Haven't heard much from MacArthur. She had 9 kills after 3 sets. Not just her second here in set 4.
She's still there. She's still awake. Great swing, great line swing, really hard swing. That set was slightly inside and turns it line. Really great play.
21-13. Tobias to serve again. Koss near side to Strong. Just long on the end line.
A couple people wanting a touch on that, a couple people saying it's in.
ACU considering a challenge.
Looks like they're not going to go for it,
They'll let it go with a 7-point lead. And Tobias, another service error tonight. She's been good tonight. 6 kills, 7 blocks, but the service error has been her Achilles tonight.
Absolutely, we cannot take away from all of the work that she's doing up there on the net, but the service errors are really killing stat book for them.
Koss the serve. Near side, big swing. It's long. It's a point for the Wildcats. Kachuk hits it long.
Kachuk and really all of the Thunderbirds still trying to stay aggressive here and swing big, but just hasn't been able to go their way, just barely missing those high hands and sending it too deep.
service error back to Southern Utah, 23-15. Thunderbirds won set 1, 25-19. They won set 2, 25-21. ACU responded 25-19 in set 3. And now 2 points away from tying us up, 2 sets apiece. In the middle, Strong, and another kill.
Great swing. Again, that high middle set is just doing a lot of great things. I saw Koss look to Strong before that play and said, "You got this." And I was wondering if that ball would go to her. And it does, and she's able to get a beautiful swing on it. Really a very similar swing that we've seen the past couple of times that set has been set.
First set point serve, courtesy of Brennan Ramirez. Outside to MacArthur, she'll get a point. Kill number 12 tonight.
Yeah, kill number 12, and each kill has just looked so different. Another great little mix-up there. Roll shot into the sharp angle. Really smart, and they're not going to let this set in too easily.
Boy, she sees the court so well. She'll serve here. Second set point of set 4. Ramirez, Koss, in the middle, Thaler, and the point for ACU. 4 sets are not enough. We'll go to set number 5. Southern Utah wins the first 2. ACU wins the next 2. Set 5 on the other side on a great one here on a Thursday night. WAC volleyball on ESPN+. Four sets are not enough. We will go to set number 5. Rally points of 15 here in set 5. Andy Penny alongside London Gray, and London has just been really a tale of 2 matches. Southern Utah looked really good the first 2. ACU's turned it on here in sets 3 and 4, and we'll go to set number 5.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It looks like completely different games. It does not even look like we are looking at the same match here. You have 345 for their hit percentage for Southern Utah from the first set all the way down to 171, kind of balancing out with ACU, who is at 142. Again, you've just kind of seen the playing field quite literally level here.
As we look at the assists tonight, Rachel Koss, 24 assists tonight. She leads the Wildcats. There's a look at the team stats, assist per set leaders. ACU at 11.9. They're a little under that number tonight, but Koss with 24 assists, 15 assists tonight for Agbalut to lead the way for Southern Utah. But again, ACU at the top of the standings there in the assist category. Okay, set 5, rally points of 15. What are some keys here for both teams to get out of the chute fast here, try to play with the lead here, first team to 15?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing for Southern Utah is, again, those service errors that we have been talking about since the second set. They have got to get those serves in and have them be aggressive. They have a lot of talent, potential for aces. We know this, especially considering last week. So service pressure is going to be really big for them. And then for ACU, I think really Gonzalez and Koss on that slide set is something that they need to establish early and do that often, as well as Edmiston getting those high hands on that line shot. I think it ultimately just comes down to good offensive and setting decisions for the Wildcats.
The stats are even for both teams. ACU with 44 kills tonight to Southern Utah's 40. Edmiston leads the way with 11 for ACU. MacArthur has 12. Blocks have gone the way of Southern Utah and aces as well, but they've given back a lot of points on the service errors. No points to give away here in this last set. But you can tell even through 4 sets, the stats pretty even through 4 sets as well.
Again, yeah, that standout there is blocks, thanks mostly to Tobias, which will be huge if ACU is trying to continue to establish their middle and to establish Edmiston on the outside. Tobias is a huge threat to that possibility.
ACU will stay on this right side of the floor. It's where they just were for set 4. Looks like the Wildcats will have the first set here in set number 5.
All right, Wildcat fans, you need to be on your feet. Let's make some noise.
The winner of set 5 will be the winner of the match and a winner of 2 in a row and be back in the middle of the WAC standings 4 games in. Ramirez gets us underway. And immediately, a poor pass, and the error will get the point to ACU.
Starting off the 5th set with an ace is a really big deal. Like you were saying, any error just feels so much more amplified when there's just not much room to make those errors, and acing is exactly what Ramirez wants to do to start it off.
Southern Utah is 1-4 in 5-set matches. That win versus California Baptist, as this is long. Thunderbirds looking for a touch.
See the coach shaking her head. Yeah, she doesn't want to challenge this early in the 5th.
In Southern Utah, 1-4 in 5-set matches. ACU is 0-4 in 5-set matches. Poor pass right into the hands of Thaler, the first 3 for ACU.
Again, Ramirez setting that up with that great consistent serve, and Thaler hitting that deep corner ball, which is a really smart idea because a lot of the Thunderbirds were sucked into the court there, leaving the deep court wide open.
Ramirez again, we saw a string of 6 consecutive in set 3. Free ball gives the Wildcats a chance. Edmonston near side, there's point 4. On kill number 12 for the senior, Ashley Edmonston.
It's kind of a full circle moment here. I think ACU looks a lot like what Southern Utah looked like in the first set. Just they look easy, they look loose. It looks like they're doing exactly what they were trying to do and executing it perfectly.
Ramirez goes for 5 in a row. The clip of the net almost helped her. Great save by Alice Shire. It is a free ball. It's a middle set. Thaler near sideline.
Wow,
picked a good time to be on fire, huh?
Yes, great time to turn it on to make it 5-0. Just a textbook dig by Christian, textbook set. It's all just so incredible. I'm mixing up my words, and a beautiful swing there by Thaler.
5 consecutive for ACU in this decisive set 5. Got a 5-0 lead here in Abilene. There's a look at Brendan Ramirez, has served each of the first 5 points for the Wildcats. An early 5-0 lead on first to 15 here in set 5. A free ball and ACU on the attack again. Cost tight on the net. She'll go far side and it's another kill. Annalise Severe. Her 10th kill tonight.
Insane set delivered there by Koss, who is turning sideways, trying to make sure she's staying out of the net. Severe is up and ready for it. Deep corner shot gets the kill.
Second time tonight, Ramirez has served 6 points in a row. Tight on the net. And I believe 4 hits, yes. 4 hits on Southern Utah.
There's just so much pressure on Southern Utah right now, and they just seem to be crumbling here. ACU seems comfortable and confident, and there's just a lot of fidgeting over there on the Thunderbird side.
Ramirez again. Good pass this time. Set on the outside, dug up nicely. Edmonston. Boy, everything's just free flowing right now.
Absolutely unstoppable, and now you're seeing ACU just mixing it up on offense, delivering different looks, different hits, different sets. Beautiful swing there by Edmonston.
And that point was exactly what you were talking about prior to the first point, or that prior point. Southern Utah feels tight on everything, and right now it is just free swinging. Everything is loose for the home team.
Yeah, it looks like they're just in practice, you know, they're just doing what they've done a million times over, yeah.
So 8 in a row.
Wow.
For ACU. 2 teams have traded sides here. Near side, MacArthur tied on the net. Whistle.
Wow.
And I believe a net violation. Point ACU.
Really powerful joust there up at the net. Thought MacArthur was going to get the better of that, but they're able to just press it over.
And Ramirez has served every point here in this 5th set. Edmonston Big swing, it's in. Far sideline in the back corner.
That deep line shot right after that deep cross shot a couple points before. It's an elite move there to be able to see the court so well that you can deliver so many different versions of that deep hit.
And finally the string comes to an end. I think Brennan did her job there.
Oh, more than enough from Ramirez, absolutely.
Can Southern Utah string together some points themselves? MacArthur at the service line. Back to Edmonston. Nice dig in the back row, Jones. Holker blocked. Another block. Third chance. Holker tools the block, gets the point.
Yeah, great swing there, nice line swing, trying to give a different look. Again, mixing up those shots and get a little tool off of that, sees the window and is able to execute. And you can see them trying to generate some energy after that kill, cheering, maybe faking it until you make it kind of a thing.
Holker's 7th kill tonight. Tight on the net, Koss out to Edmonston again. Blocked, whistle, in the net, Thunderbirds.
Again, you just don't have room to make those unforced errors. You can see the coach asking, she says, stop touching the net. You just cannot make that error right now, especially on a ball that wasn't that tight.
That one called on Alishire. 4 points away from victory for the Wildcats. Christian. Alishire on the quick set. Back out to Edmonston. Blocked at the net, but out.
Confusion there. I'm not even real sure.
I think they may have said that Edmonston's swing, her kill attack, hit the pole on the far side.
And it looks like they're going to challenge for that. It's a little confused by
and it is
both
a challenge.
sides celebrating after that one. Not real sure.
Yeah, they're trying to say the official call was Edmonton's kill hit the pole, but is that after the block? Looked like the ball did hit the pole, but activity all around the pole. So did it hit it prior to the block or did it hit it after the block?
Right.
That'll be the portion of the review that the officials will look at.
Which looks like it's happening pretty quickly. Oh, maybe going back for a second look. This challenge almost doesn't matter a ton with the score being as big of a gap as it is, but still wanting to get that point if it belongs to him.
Just so hard to tell. And of course, a bang-bang play right there at the net. And Southern Utah won the first 2 sets, 25-19, 25-21. ACU responded. Won sets 3 and 4, 25-19, 25-16. ACU here in the set, 7 kills on 9 attempts with 1 error, .667 percentage. Game on the line, game in the clutch, coming through in the clutch right here in this 5th set. Here's another look.
Wow.
I think it's off the block.
It does look like it's off the block.
Looks like Zabecki the block into the pole. Of course, when it hits the pole, it's out. I don't think Edmonton's attack hit the pole. I think it's off Zabecki's block.
I think you're right on that. Looks like we'll see if it's confirmed.
Should reverse the call. Here's the official call.
There
it is. The call has been reversed. It's a good review and a good challenge.
And a good call by ref Andy.
Oh, second look. And now 3 points away from victory. Zabecki, nice job and another kill. Our impact player tonight, Victoria Zabecki, her 8th kill. 8 kills, 7 digs, 3 blocks for Zabecki.
It's a far set there to get it all the way to that pin, and Zabecki's ready for it. Kind of sneaks it past that block a little bit.
Can Aaliyah Jones string together some points? First serve's a good one. Edmonston, long this time. 2 consecutive for Southern Utah. It'll take a string of 7 or 8 to get them back in this thing. Again, first to 15 in set 5. Far sideline, great serve. Wildcats unable to play it. It's an ace. 10th ace tonight for Southern Utah. And a timeout here for Coach Ahlstrom. I think this is more of a rhythm timeout just to try to get Jones out of a rhythm.
Yeah, absolutely. Because, I mean, the score, obviously ACU is not feeling threatened, but you also want to cut a run when it's possible, and they were just on such a high that you want to kind of regain that energy and momentum, hopefully by cutting the Thunderbirds a little bit. The
service ace, the 10th of the night for Southern Utah. As we take a look at those standings here in the WAC, ACU just shy of 2%, Southern Utah just over 1%. They've increased that tonight with the 10 service aces. ACU at 9 service aces tonight. So both of those teams, that statistic right on pace. Southern Utah a little higher in service aces per set. Ashley Edmonston with 16 kills tonight. Annalise Sevier has 10. Avery Thaler 8. Hannah Gonzalez with 8. 52 total for ACU. Addison MacArthur with 12 for Southern Utah. Zabecki 8. Holker 7. Tobias with 6. 42 total kills for the Thunderbirds. Back-to-back points here for Jones, the last the service ace. Big hill to climb here in set 5, down 12-5. The grad student, the transfer again from Tennessee Tech on the service line. And a service error. Service error number 15.
That is a good coaching call there. That point goes to Coach EJ, making sure that she's freezing Jones, and it pays off. Here's Isabel Larson. Holker blocked. Good net play. Another attack chance. Tight on the net. Zabecki can't play it. It's match point. Wow, yeah, again, just seems like crumbling under pressure a little bit. Just not delivering that out-of-system set in a hittable way. Kind of just forcing her to make that error. Not much you can do.
Down 2 sets. Wildcats have fought back. They're 1 point away from a 2-game winning streak. Tobias in the middle. Quick set. Dug out. Zabecki, big kill down the line. Southern Utah stays alive.
Yeah, great swing there by Zabecki, who doesn't get a great set before, so really making sure she capitalizes on the good set that she got, but it actually looks like there's going to be a challenge on it by Coach EJ.
And it is another challenge on match point. Zabecki went down the line that time. And another challenge.
I think maybe on that antenna call, again, the ball was pretty tight to the antenna. I'm wondering if Coach EJ saw it touch it and just wants to close this game out on that last point.
What's the biggest takeaway on a night like tonight? You start slow, you finish strong, you dominate set 5. What's the largest one conversation piece? What 2 is the largest takeaway for ACU?
I think for ACU, it's just that team that you see at the end, that's the team that we always are. And when we're playing at the beginning like that, that's not us, you know? I think just making sure that they establish that the end is not them getting lucky, but that's actually how they've been training, and that's who they want to be from the start of the match to the end.
Here's the official call on match point. It will stay the way of Southern Utah. Same question for Southern Utah, a team that's on the rebuild. What's the conversation point for them? Out 2 sets to none. Let this one slip away tonight.
I think, again, just remembering who you can be and how you can play, and that we were talking about how tense they look now and that are maybe in their own heads. So I think the upgrade that they can make is just get out of their heads, be external, and make sure that you're just on the move rather than second-guessing everything that you're doing.
Mason to serve, match point number 2. Koss, dump. Played out, Tobias in the middle. Edmonston, the senior. One more chance. Just long. It's called out. The point to Southern Utah.
Some frustration from the Wildcats.
Maybe another challenge on match point.
Wow.
It is back-to-back points.
It's a dramatic ending to this
we'll
match.
go back to a review. I hate to say this will be anticlimactic, but
I know. I kind of wish that it was just a clear call the game off, and everyone goes home. But we're gonna have to drag it out a little bit.
If it is overturned, it will be Edmonston's 17th kill on the night. The senior to lead the way in that category. So here's another look. Well, it's so hard to tell, again, from the review. Everybody on the ACU side was sure adamant about it. I guess you're trained to do that anyway. But again, here is the call on the second match point. And it will go the way of the Wildcats on a touch. The point to ACU. The match to ACU, 15-6 here in set number 5. The Wildcats winners of 2 in a row. They're now 8-11, 2-2 in conference play. Southern Utah falls to 2-13, and now 1-3 here in conference play. They stay undefeated versus the Thunderbirds here on the home court at Moody Coliseum. 19-25, 21-25, 25-19, 25-16, and 15-6. Wildcats get the win. She had 17 kills tonight. The senior Ashley Edmonston, she is courtside with Ashley Henderson. Ashley, take it away.
WAC Player of the Week. Ashley, you had 17 kills tonight. Tell me about the preparation for this game and how that translated onto the court tonight.
Yeah, the preparation was really hard. We worked really hard. The coaches put a great practice plan. We started off a little rocky, but we had a lot of grit. We've been doing that all practice. So, yeah, it was good. It's really fun to pull out with a win.
So what are you taking away from this win tonight?
Probably just confidence, just to show that we can come back from a deficit like that. And this team is so great. Everybody does their part, and you see everybody can come in and make an impact. So just confidence moving forward.
Well, Ashley, thank you so much. Back to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Ashley, great job. Final thoughts here at Moody Coliseum tonight.
Wow, what an end to this game with that reverse sweep and just Wildcats finding their rhythm and, like you said, coming alive at the right time. I think it really just shows what they're capable of.
And their first win in 5 sets this year to go to 2-2 in Western Athletic Conference play. Your finals tonight, 19-25, 21-25, 25-19, 25-16, and 15-6. ACU wins 3 sets to 2. Hey, this has been a presentation of the Western Athletic Conference on ESPN+. All games are airing live. They're streaming on the ESPN app. For the entire team, London Gray, Ashley Henderson, and the ACUTV crew led by Tyler Hatfield, I'm Andy Penny. Take care. Good night from Abilene.